What up, people? This is Tony from Tony's Figs. Thanks for joining me again about this Power of the Force thing we're doing, started by Allison the Toy Princess and Lawrence the Punk with Toys. This whole month we're doing reviews on Power of the Force figures from the 90s. Remember that shit? Pretty cool, right? So we're all just getting Power of the Force figs and giving them a review for the month of May. So mine, the Grand Moff Tarkin, baby. Check this out. Signed by Peter Cushing. Right? Right. So anyways, let's get into this. I picked Grand Moff Tarkin out of the blue, right? I think he's a crazy, ruthless Imperial from back in the days of Star Wars A New Hope, right? So here he is. Found him on eBay. Wasn't that much. Messed up card. Looks like Peter Cushing signed it. Yeah, right. Looks like his lenticular image right here. Pretty cool. Here's the there's his box. Rest of his card. It's Grand Moff Tarkin with Imperial issue blaster rifle and pistol. Never before offered in any Kenner collection. Grand Moff Tarkin. He came out in 96, 97. So he wasn't really a part of all that, you know, huge buff steroid users that the early Power of the Force figures had. And his light here is green. The early ones were red because it's a saber. So the Kenner toy ages 4 and up. You guys see the back of it. Shows Grand Moff Peter Cushing as Grand Moff Tarkin. His height's 1.8 meters. Commander of the Death Star. A human. Affiliation with the Galactic Empire. Death Star super laser cannon is his weapon of choice. So that beats everybody, right? This guy's weapon is the Death Star laser. So right here you can see all the figures in his wave, or whatever they were. They just might be, you know, random figures just sold to show you. Got the Rebel Hoth Soldier, the Hoth Rebel Soldier, Han Solo and Endor gear. It's got the Bounty Hunter Greedo, Tusken Raider, and an ATST driver. You can see Luke's T-16 Skyhopper and a Rebel Snow Speeder. So join the official Star Wars fan club. So that's his box. You just cut this out and you have yourself a nice picture of Grand Moff Tarkin, played by Peter Cushing, and you got Darth Vader behind him, played by David Prowse. So let's open this guy up and get to it, right? Open him right up. Not giving a good goddamn. Crinkle, crinkle. Look at that. That sucker's hard to open. Look at that. Boom. Nice, crispy Tarkin, right? So, there's his stuff. Let's get him out of here. Looks like his blaster taped up. Easy enough to get out. He's got he comes with a Stormtrooper blaster. And his personal blaster. Looks like they went down in size from the huge ones they gave the big guys in the earlier stages of the collection. And there's Grand Moff Tarkin. It looks a little bit bigger than a Mask figure and a little smaller than a Superpowers figure. But this is Grand Moff Tarkin, Peter Cushing. Looking pretty cool. You put that on your desk anywhere you want. He's got his Nazi boots hanging. He's hanging tough. He's got his decoration over here. And that's the Moff. Never seen him with a weapon in the movies at all. And it looks like his hands are not made with trigger fingers. So he gets away with just holding it like that. He never holds one anyway in the movies, so they got nowhere to put it. But who cares? At least they give you something with him, right? There's his little pistol. And I'm sorry, all my figures are right-handed. I've tried to differentiate, but it's really hard because I'm right-handed. There's big old ass There's this big old ass blaster. Grand Moff Tarkin, the old man coming at you with the blaster. Look at that shit. He ready to kill your ass. Look at that. So anyways, We got one, his head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 POA, right? 5 points of articulation. It's a cool ass little figure. This is before they did the knee joints. I'd love to have that. And he's just a cool little dude to have on your computer desk, whatever. But this is Grand Moff Tarkin. So that's what you get with him. Pistol blaster, a bigger blaster, and that's him in a nutshell. Now, this character was really sinister and really, he was a big time villain, right? So let's get into some history about him to give this video a little bit more meat, because it'd be over right now. Wow, Grand Moff Tarkin. I picked him out of the blue just to go ahead and join in on the fun with everybody doing these. Everybody that Allison and Lawrence got together to do these, right? And I went into some of the history of Grand Moff Tarkin. And just to give you, I took a quiz, and I think I got like 6 of 8 or 7 of 8. But I'll just read you the answers. The quiz for Grand Moff Tarkin I can't remember where I found it, but it had little things on his history, like what planet was he born on? It's I think it's Eriadu. I'm not sure how you say it, but he was born on Eriadu. And the other question is, what's Grand Moff Tarkin's first name? It's Wilhuff, Wilhuff. Wilhuff. Number 3 is a captain in the Republic military. What Jedi did Tarkin serve under during the Clone War? I don't even know who this is. It's Even Piell. Or Evan Piell. Whoever that is. But he was a Jedi. That's back in the day. Okay, number 4. Who did the voice of Tarkin in Star Wars, the Clone Wars animated series? It was Stephen Stanton. That is the answer there. Okay. So number 5. In addition to being the first Imperial Grand Moff, what other title did he have? Well, I heard Princess Leia call him Governor Tarkin. So he held the position of governor in Eriadu, I think, for the Imperial Senate. And number 6, what movie saw the first on-screen appearance of Tarkin since 77's A New Hope? Well, we last saw him in Revenge of the Sith. We saw, I think it was Vader talking to him and he walked away. Number 7, Tarkin. He wrests control of the Death Star project away from what overambitious Imperial? He took it from Director Krennic, like a gangster. In what battle did Tarkin perish in? I think I have put the Battle of the Death Star, which was stupid. He died in the Battle of Yavin. That's where they were. So, other information on Tarkin is insane. And I'm trying to piece together stuff from you find that's legends and stuff that's canon. And I'm, going through what the difference is. And when you do that, you got to clarify that canon doesn't necessarily mean what you think it means in this context. In Star Wars book publishing, a canon novel, it's any Star Wars book published in 2014 and beyond. If it was published before 2014, it's considered legends. So when Disney acquired Lucasfilm, they wanted to tell a different post-Return of the Jedi story in the big screen than the books did. But instead of erasing these stories from existence, they reclassified everything that came before it as legends. You might hear people refer to the, extended universe or expanded universe. This is what it was called before, is officially branded as legends. Some people still call it that, which isn't wrong technically, but the two terms are referring generally to the same thing. So in canon, I learned a story about Grand Moff Tarkin. I think some writer named who was it? It was Glenn Weldon, I think, made him gay. It was crazy. So I'm like, okay, this is weird. Let me read this. Why? What was the thing? I mean, so what? It doesn't matter, but it's interesting. So evidently, You know the mouse droid that bumped into Chewbacca when he was like a fake prisoner of Luke and Han when they were in stormtrooper gear? Well, the mouse droid, before all that, he had a history of bumping into people because his master is TK421. TK421 is a stormtrooper who was assigned to guard the Millennium Falcon with, I think, TK710, or I can't remember. But I have some of it up here in the background. Anyway, it's not important. What happens is he had bumped into Tarkin at one time, and his recording went off, just like R2D2's happened with Obi-Wan. So the mouse droid, that mouse droid's master was TK421. TK421 made him really fast because he wanted him to compete in the races they had on Coruscant. This shit gets deep. So he bumped into, I think the story goes that he bumped into Tarkin, and it showed his master TK421 with his helmet off, and Tarkin liked what he saw. So he asked the mouse droid to go find him and give him a call or come to his quarters to fix something in his quarters. So when mouse droid went to his master TK421 to do that, TK421 saw it as a opportunity. He said, well, let me get close with the Grand Moff if he wants to, if his sexual orientation is like that, so maybe he can get us the hell out of here, because this guard duty sucks, or this give me a higher position, right? I guess. So they started a relationship. He went to his quarters. They started a relationship, and he did help TK421 gain a higher position. But what sucked is when they were in this liaison with each other, and he gave him a higher position, well, his first mission, or his first assignment, was to go guard the Millennium Falcon. Well, you know what happens. Him and the other stormtrooper get called up after the crew who brought the scanning device inside the Millennium Falcon gets killed by Luke and Han. You hear Han say, hey down there, can you give us a hand with this? TK421 and the other guy go up, the other stormtrooper go up, and they get killed by Luke and Han. They get their uniforms, come down, and then there's the fight. So they stowed their bodies away in the crawl spaces, or in the little spaces of whatever the Millennium Falcon has, and went about their business. And then the mouse droid bumps into them again. Well, Chewbacca scared the shit out of it by roaring at him, and he took off. So that's when we last saw them. And after that whole business, somehow Tarkin found out, because they found the bodies. I can't remember. It's crazy. You guys got to look it up. And this is canon, I guess. So, because in Legends, Tarkin's got a wife, but he only married her for power, and he has a mistress he likes, and she's female. So it's like canon and Legends. This one writer made him gay. This one writer made him cheating on his wife, but he only married her for power. And it's just crazy. There's a bunch of polarized responses about it. But I just find it crazy because I picked Tarkin out of anywhere, because I like the character regardless of his sexual orientation. Who gives a damn? But it just makes the character, it takes it so much more in depth from whatever you used to see him as, whatever light you used to see him in. And it just makes him, it's just more interesting. It makes you want to read all kinds of stuff, and the jokes that go with it and everything. This dude was ruthless, man. So other people, anyway, that's what that is. You can look up his history. I just wanted to let you know some weird history I thought I found, and it's like, wow, I never knew it went this deep with canon and Legends. And you pick out any character in Star Wars, they've got a whole history behind them. It's deep as hell. It's crazy. So then other people ask, how powerful was he? Well, he became one of the most powerful Imperial leaders, attracting followers such as Admiral Motti. Motti was a relative through marriage, and Motti was the admiral that got force choked by Vader. You know, you don't frighten us with your sorcerous ways, Lord Vader. You know, your sad devotion to that ancient religion um, has not, helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes or given you clairvoyance enough to choke, 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 choke. I find your lack of faith disturbing. So Vader was choking his relative by marriage. It's too funny. And fear of the Death Star would crush all resistance because that was Tarkin's brutal philosophy. After the Mahdi, I went on a rant. And eliminated all the remnants of democracy, such as the Imperial Senate. It's done. So the people ask, is his rank higher than Vader? Well, yeah, he was the only one above Vader besides the Emperor. This dude right here. That's pretty dope. Because you see how he takes orders from him, or he respects him enough. Might not like him, but he respects him. And he knows he's working with the Emperor, other than, trying to scheme against him. So, who replaced him? Grand Moff Artist Kane. He was his successor. He created the Pentastar alignment that solidified Imperial power in the Outer Rim territories, but removed a substantial proportion of Coruscant's influence. It gets crazy political. And just giving you some information about Grand Moff Tarkin. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty in-depth, like a lot of them are. But, yeah, man. Pretty cool, pretty crazy. Like I said, everybody asks, why did Vader obey him? They got the respect of the other. It's for the reason Vader obeys Tarkin's orders as master has decreed it, and Vader recognizes Tarkin as a strong ally whom he respects. So anyway, they're asking why he wasn't scared of Vader. I mean, Tarkin, knowing Darth Vader could not hurt him, used this opportunity to be comfortable and confident in charge without worrying about him, because he knew he was in with the Emperor. That's why. So anyway, all this information is out there. Go and check it out. It's crazy. It's in depth, like every character in Star Wars. It's pretty badass. That's some, information you can look up. Thought I'd give you some to just set a fire into your ass to go check it out. But this guy's crazy. This guy's cool. He just had a little too much overconfidence in the Death Star. They freaking told him, hey, there is a danger. We've analyzed their attack. Should we get your shuttle ready? Evacuate in our moment of triumph? I think you underestimate their chances. That's your last words, buddy. Because we all know a farm boy hit that hole with 2 torpedoes, baby. Blew your shit up. Blew all your shit up. So, anyway, that's my little review for Grand Moff Tarkin. Hope you guys liked it. Comment, like, subscribe if you want. I mean, it's fun. I'm glad I got this dude, and I literally picked him out of a hat, dude. Just let me do him. He's cool. Peter Cushing is badass, and he made an impression on me for not, commanding Vader. Vader, release him as you wish. Grand Moff Tarkin was the shit. He's an evil bastard. Very powerful, very ruthless, very intelligent. So, there it is. Part of my May the Power of the Force contribution to these videos. Thanks to Allison, thanks to Lawrence, thanks to all the other content creators that have contributed videos to this. We got a whole lot more the rest of this month. So check them out. Take it easy. Take care. See you on the next one.